haven't been looking him in the face.
I've had my own sledgehammer.
Will somebody stick a dick in her mouth? Shut up! She's still talking. You thought that was too tough, right? That'll shut her up. No! The reason he hasn't seen your eyes is your mouth is open all the time. All right, introduce me better where you tell what I meant to you personally. I like that. You started off good, didn't he, Peyton? He started real good. It's going to be good.
Gets me excited.
Shut up! It builds slow. We don't start at the top. You build. This is going to be a sexual evening. You have to have foreplay.
All right, you're about to see the guy that affected my life through the blue couch with the weird big potato chip and all. This is Gallagher. Have fun.
That's your guy. That was terrible. You're about to see. That's not an introduction, is it? I felt like a freak at the carnival. But here's what's happened to America. What used to be freaky at the carnival, now everybody does as every day, like having tattoos. There used to be a tattooed lady at the carnival. You'd go and see them and go, oh, look how weird. She screwed up her body. But now the kids do it, you know. And they put a butterfly. The girls get a butterfly. It's a dumb butterfly. Thinks your ass is a daffodil. But there's no nectar down there. See what's happened to America? That's why I'm here. People say, why are you in Kansas? I want to talk to Americans. How many Americans do we have here tonight? That's what I say. I don't like being in New York and Los Angeles with all them weird people. They're spoon forks. Have you been to Kentucky Fried Chicken? There's a spoon fork there, and it ain't a good spoon and it ain't a good fork. And that's what you run across in Los Angeles and New York, and people you can't figure out, are you a spoon or a fork? You can't even tell from their name, because these girls are using boy names for some reason. The mothers think it's cute to kind of make her a little bit butchy, right? They call them Frankie, and it's a girl, or Jessie, or Jamie, or Jody, and it's a girl. What the hell happened to Betty? Betty was a good name. You never meet a little girl named Betty. Peyton, do you know any little girls named Betty? No. Every Betty I meet's on oxygen. It's a good name too. In the Archie comic books, it was one of the pretty girls, right? Veronica and Betty. We've lost it. Our culture changes. I stay in the heartland of America, where we still have our culture. This is what the Arabs want. The Arabs like our culture, the fact that we have a culture, because they're just stupid. They put a blanket over their head when it gets hot. Do you do that? No. Crazy living over there. You can't farm. You've seen Israel. Just rocks. Build a church on a rock and fight over the rock. That's what they're doing. They're fighting over Abraham's rock. That's where Abraham stood 600 years before Muhammad. Abraham was there. And God was telling him, kill your kids. Wouldn't it be good if we still had that rock and we could take your kids there? And scare the shit out of them! But 600 years later, Muhammad comes was up to that same rock. You've seen Israel. There's a lot of rocks. Why pick the same damn rock? I told you. It's them Arab people. They like our shit and they want to just screw it around with it. So they built Muhammad went over there. The first one named Muhammad. Now they're all named Muhammad. I don't know what the hell good a name is if everybody turns around when you call it. Muhammad was talking to Allah. That's the God in Arab. I studied them. I got their Bible. It comes out as a set. You get a coloring book and a Koran. Some places I say that they don't laugh. They are real quiet, like in Detroit, where they got Arab people in Dearborn. And they get real quiet, like, oh. And I tell them, you don't care if you piss them off. They're the enemy. They're the enemy. You see, in America, we're all screwed up. We got to be nice to the enemy. We can't even torture. We can't, because they're not really prisoners of war, because we didn't declare war, but they're not on our property. They're down in Cuba. If you attack America, you win a Caribbean vacation. But we weren't torturing that bad anyway. You saw the pictures. All they had to do was be naked on all fours, wearing a dog collar. Now, who hadn't done that just for the fun of it? Why, when I saw them pictures, I was proud of our lesbians in uniform for doing that to us. It's not all the lesbians. There's two kinds of lesbians. There's the ugly one and the pretty one. Ellen DeGeneres is not the pretty one. But she's got a makeup commercial. Putting lipstick on Ellen's like putting a hubcap on your tractor. It just don't make a bit of sense. I offended the lesbians early in my career. I was on the Dinah Shore show, and I said, Dinah, why don't lesbians mind going through menopause? Because they finally get a mustache, I told her. But that's just the ugly ones. The pretty ones don't want a mustache. The pretty ones are girls, and then the ugly ones are guys. But there's just one kind, a homosexual man, and that's pretty ones. You never meet a butt ugly guy, and that's a good way of putting that. You never meet a butt ugly guy who says, I'm a homosexual. Every homosexual man you meet is prettier than your wife, and she knows it. Why do homosexual men have to be good looking? It's not like they're facing each other, so I don't see. Was that over the line? No! Well, I'll get there, I'll tell you. Because I believe in freedom of speech! What good is the freedom if you don't stretch it? You can't know freedom is there. It's like a bridge. You got to go ahead and cross the river. You got to make sure it goes all the way. Well, I was in Boston, Massachusetts, and I thought, well, I got to say something about them Kennedys. So I said, why didn't Ted Kennedy mind dying of brain cancer? Because he wanted to have a hole in his head like his brothers. Is that over the line? I don't think so either. Sometimes I go over the line talking about religion. But of course, I'm going to be a little pissed at God for what He did to me. I'm an older man now. And God, as you know, pulls some tricks on men. He takes away your testosterone after you got to liking it. Now I see a pretty girl walk by and I smile by reflex, but I can't remember why. Because you lose your memory too. God thinks, well, this will be good. They won't be able to have sex, but I won't let them remember what it's like. They won't know why they're pissed. Being my age and seeing the pretty girl is like driving by McDonald's when you ain't hungry. You think I could pull in and go down the slide, but most women won't let you do that. Then God takes away your eyesight. Real slow, things start getting fuzzy, and then they double. So now, all you women have 4 tits. And 2 mouths, which is too many, isn't it, boy? But the last thing God does that really pissed me off, I can't poop. You need that. This ain't something you can wait a week to figure out how to fix. Used to be when I went to a buffet, I'd look at the food and go, that'd be good to eat. Now I go, can I poop that? Because men can't out and out grunt like you girls. You girls have a basket of muscles for carrying a baby, and you can push against that. If you've had a baby, ain't a turd giving you a problem. Turds don't have shoulders. Now, don't that sound like something ought to be crocheted, framed, and sold at the Cracker Barrel? Turds don't have shoulders. But men have a hole in our muscles right there where our testicles... Oh, wait till I tell you about this. God made a part of man's body that doesn't even operate at body temperature. The head of his workshop come running in at the beginning of time and said, hey, what do you want to do with these testicles? They don't work. At 98.6 degrees, it's too hot, it's crinkling the sperm tails. God said, crinkling the sperm tails. Let's hang him in a bag.